Did you know over 500 people are killed by hippopotamuses each year? Have you ever been killed by a hippopotamus? No, because under Mayor Katzenbucket's watch, violent crime has gone down 300%. Did you know 37 unlucky souls were crushed by falling vending machines between 1978 and 1995? Were you crushed by a falling vending machine during that time period? No, because Mayor Katzenbucket would never allow your hopes and dreams to be crushed.
I'm Mayor Katzenbucket, and I know what you're thinking. Mayor, your voice sounds different. Well, it's true. We've all heard the talk of the town. Oh, that Katzenbucket's just a carpetbagger from Corpus Christi. Inauthentic, they say. Fake. A phony. Well, I have you know your mayor underwent experimental surgery, vocal cord modification. Now, this here is an automated amalgamation of every citizen living in this hellish city and that I relish. Know this, I found my damn voice. This is the voice of the people. I've won this here mayoral election in a landslide and twice. And this here, I'm eyeing the three-peat. Now, a bunch of sore losers out there will whine and cry about how I'm beholden to special interests. And it's true. Every citizen in this cesspool, cool city is special. And I'm very interested in you.
Mayor Katzenbucket's quote-unquote special interest in you is valid until 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Election Day. Special interest is non-transferable and has no cash value.
Now, I know y'all aren't the brightest crayons in the box, so let me spell out my many accomplishments. I've bulldozed playgrounds to build more golf courses, drained the lake and filled it with barrel-aged bourbon, and defunded 3 public libraries. I also signed City Ordinance 1.425, stipulating all TVs within the city limits must be tuned on to sports all day, every day.
Mayor Katzenbucket, a proven winner in a city full of losers.
I'm Mayor Katzenbucket, and I approve this message.
Paid for by the Katzenbucket Campaign for Equality, Human Rights, Human Dignity, and other kumbaya ideals that tested well in focus groups.
Art Cup! Hey, you! Don't touch the art.
Hello?
This is a collect call from Brambleside Women's Correctional Institute. Inmate number 561 is attempting to contact you. Press 1 to connect.
Aren't we all searching for a sense of connection in this cold, cruel world? And now, this nice lady calls me up, unsolicited, and says if I push 1, I can instantly be connected to a fellow inmate in this prison called life.
Underling, you're 5 minutes late. Unacceptable. Where are you? 6 minutes late and counting.
Director Ditz?
Obviously, where are you?
Where are you?
You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you, underling? I'm at Brambleside Women's Correctional Institute. You were supposed to pick me up 10 minutes ago.
You're asking an art cop to aid and abet your jailbreak? Audacious.
Oh my, jailbreak? That sounds like a solution for the poors. When you're in my tax bracket, the warden rolls out the red carpet and walks you out himself.
But what about your 5-year sentence?
Let's see. How do I explain this to a lesser mind? No doubt you have every piece of artwork in the museum's collection memorized. Are you familiar with accession number 1912.373 in Gallery 246?
Gallery 246 is ancient Egyptian art. 1912.373. Oh, Shabti. In ancient Egypt, illustrious personages were buried with these tiny ceramic figurines. The thinking was, the figurines would come to life and do all the chores and tedious menial work so the deceased individual could kick back and enjoy the afterlife.
Very good, underling. Perhaps you remember my minion from the Season 1 finale? Well, just call him my Shabti because he'll be finishing out this horribly unjust prison sentence on my behalf. However, I am down a driver now, which is where you come in. I need you to drive me to a press conference at the Ritz-Carlton, where I will announce my candidacy for mayor of this mediocre city.
Wait, what? You can't run for office. You're a convicted felon.
Oh, my dear, how adorably naive. A conviction is vital for the resume these days. Politicians across the country are committing crimes to boost their electability. They're simply begging to be locked up. It's in vogue.
What about justice? What about right and wrong?
Well, I thought, and the judge agreed, that it would be wrong to have such a brilliant, chic, stylish, sophisticated person, such as myself, languishing in such an unfashionable, beige locale like Brambleside.
I can't listen to this. Congrats on the corruption, I guess.
Don't you dare hang up on me, underling. I am your financial superior. I demand you drive here right now and pick me up. Underling? Underling! You're fired. Did you hear me? You're...
Sometimes, when I'm feeling sad, I'll brew chamomile tea and listen to the soothing sound of rain. The forecast was stubbornly sunny until Sunday, so I bribed Jerry, our special effects guy, to speed along the next low-pressure system a bit. Stan, how can she get away with this? A crook running for mayor of this city? We already have a crook in office. Why are people so deeply disappointing? Agreed. You would be a very benevolent mayor. I can see your platform now. Tuna for every meal. With all those omega-3 fatty acids, I bet we could collectively lower our risk of heart disease by at least 3%. Don't let it go to your head, Stan. Even I could run this city better than Katzenbucket. Now that's an idea. Hey, don't you do it, Cat. Don't you knock that remote off the end table. Ooh,
Taking
you
you
asshole.
live now to the Ritz-Carlton, where Director Ditz is announcing her candidacy for city mayor. Director, what is your vision for this city?
Oh, my dear. Quite simple, really. All these politicians promising change? I call them a bunch of two-bit profligates nickel and diming the populace. I said to myself, Dee Dee, honey, you can offer so much more than change. Change is so cumbersome. In fact, I pledge to remove all coins from circulation. As my first official act in office, I will issue new dollar bills with my face on them. Each bill will be worth $1 million. Tell me that won't stimulate the economy.
Will you debate Mayor Katzenbucket?
That stale marshmallow? Did you know Americans buy 90 million pounds of marshmallows a year? That's $125 million wasted on sugary fluff. I want to take that money.
And?
Oh, my dear, that was a period. I want to take that money, period. Does that answer your question?
No.
Excellent. Yes, you in the back.
What inspired you to run for mayor?
Some of you may know that I am a mother of two beautiful twin girls, Chanel and Prada. One night a few months ago, I happened to be downtown with one of my girls. I was waiting for the valet to bring the car around when a depraved lowlife snatched her right off my back.
Oh my God! Someone kidnapped your daughter?
Yes. So, anyway, I filed a police report. The detectives told me an organized crime ring might try to sell her on the black market.
Oh my God! Human trafficking in our city?
Yes. Anyway, the point is, this happened on Mayor Katzenbucket's watch. What happened to me could happen to any of you. We need a strong leader to protect us from random people snatchers. We need police patrolling the streets. Some of you are wandering around in get-ups that are tacky and, quite frankly, crimes against fashion.
What about your daughter? Was she found safe and sound?
No. But I did replace her with a very nice Celine.
I can't watch anymore. Stan, we have to do something. Not with that attitude. Come on, Stan. Unleash your inner lion. Non-violence is a weapon of the strong? Did you just quote Gandhi at me? Fuck you, cat. Fine, I'll do it myself. I, Art Cop, being of sound mind and body, do hereby announce my candidacy for mayor of this moderately populous Midwestern metropolis. I vow to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the dignity of every person in this city. And I'll do it without any felony convictions to my name. Have you noticed something in the air lately? People these days are just a little touchy. Are folks barging into your house, making a mess in your bathrooms, touching your 17th century Baroque masterpieces? No? Just me? But surely you've noticed that spirit of entitlement in your day-to-day life. Knuckleheads driving through red lights, littering, leaving shopping carts willy-nilly in the middle of the parking lot. Is this the future you envisioned for your progeny? I am here to testify to the power of shame. Shame is what makes you think twice. And after watching humanity struggle through these past few years, let me tell you, thinking once clearly isn't enough. Folks, shame is the backbone of this nation. Shame taps you on the shoulder and says, "Hey little buddy, are you sure you want to microwave halibut in the break room at 11 a.m.? Isn't that a little shellfish?" Actually, halibut is the largest species of flatfish, but shame is no ichthyologist. Shame just aims to give you the ick. I'm a big proponent of shame, and that's why I am thrilled to announce my candidacy for mayor of this moderately populous Midwestern metropolis. I want you to feel ashamed. Thank you, and vote Art Cop. I'm Art Cop, and I approve this message.
Paid for by the Puritans of America. Yes, we exist. Yes, you're going to hell unless you stop having fun right now, repent, and accept Jesus Christ as your personal savior.
I'd like to start by thanking you all for being here today as part of our focus group. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the political ad you just watched.
Personally, I feel attacked. I don't want to be accountable for my feelings and actions when I can simply blame other people for my problems. Director Ditz really appeals to my inner victim. She, taught me as long as you don't admit guilt, you can get away with anything.
This Art Cop seems a little shrill. I couldn't even hear what she was saying. It was just like a really yappy chihuahua barking directly in my ear for 2 minutes straight.
Hey, I'm right here, and I can't help how my voice sounds.
There it is again. Sounds like it's coming from the ceiling. Is there a chihuahua trapped in the vents?
You could, totally get a vocal cord modification surgery, like Mayor Katzenbucket, if you really cared about us. Your voice totally sounds like a dentist drill had a baby with microphone feedback.
Okay, you know we just recast the role, right?
Does anyone have a sledgehammer? We need to bust through this drywall.
How about I just bust through the fourth wall and assure you, there are no chihuahuas in the ceiling.
I thought the ad was awfully doom and gloom. Life is perfect here. Not only has Mayor Katzenbucket tripled his net worth since becoming mayor, but he promises to pray for our prosperity too. Do you remember last year's inspirational State of the City address? Before the mosh pit and crowd surfing? He brought up the city's leaf blowers and just blasted us all in the face with stacks of dollar bills. I felt so rich and blessed. Anyway, I guess I'm just disappointed the Art Cop campaign went so negative so fast. So much mudslinging. She really represents everything that's wrong with politics today.
Yikes. Will you be exercising?
Jeez, lady, you sound just like my doctor.
You're right.
Thank you. Can you call my girlfriend and tell her that?
To vote?
Stand back, everyone. Don't worry, little guy. I'll get you out of that ceiling.
Now we've confirmed there are in fact no chihuahuas in distress. Can we all take a moment and focus, group?
Actually, I think it's as best as we leave.
Before you go, I'd like you to sign this abstinence pledge.
You want us to, abstain from voting?
It's the only safe way to ensure we don't carry this man baby to a third term. Citizen 3, aren't you going to sign?
I won't be voting for Mayor Kay, but I will be voting in the upcoming election.
For Director Ditz?
No, for a writing candidate.
Who?
I'm proud to say on Election Day, I will be voting against my own interests.
Clearly. But you didn't answer my question.
Yes, I did. That's the candidate's name. I'll be driving my friends, family, neighbors, and any random citizens we collect along the way to the polls. So we can all proudly say, I voted against my own interests.
Did you just handcuff yourself?
Against My Own Interests platform centers around efforts to restrict voting, gerrymandering, ID requirements, purging voter rolls.
What? What sort of monster tries to stop people from voting? Oh, hey, Citizen 2, can you sign again using your full legal name instead of Citizen Number 2? Just so it's legally binding and all that. Thanks.
Anyway, to show my support for Against My Own Interest, I've handcuffed myself to make voting more difficult. On Election Day, I'll be voting with my feet.
Excuse me, Art Cop? I was reading the fine print, and it says here you reserve the right to, edit us out of this podcast if we dissent. And, that seems totally antithetical to the democratic ideals this country was founded upon. And, our right to dissent is enshrined in the Constitution and...
Hey, where'd she go?
Oh my God! Did you just turn her into a chihuahua?
Would you be more likely to vote for me if I said yes? Oh, it's the Heist legal team. I know I can count on your vote. What's that? Voter intimidation? Oh. Well, we can just edit this out, right? Can we just...
Good evening. I'm Gabby Schill, Chief Political Correspondent with No News is Good News. Tonight, we welcome you to our first mayoral debate of the election season. Joining me this evening are 3 candidates running for office, all vying for your vote. Mayor Katzenbucket, Director Ditz, and Art Cop. Tonight, these candidates will answer your questions on issues ranging from the economy to crime to local ordinances. Mr. Mayor, as incumbent, you'll lead us off. Let's begin. How will you work with City Council to implement your vision for this city?
Bottom of the 9th, down 2 runs, bases loaded. You don't send your $150 hitting string bean catcher up to the plate. Nah, you send a slugger with meat on his bones. You send the MVP you inked a 4-year contract who's so grossly underpaid he has to rely on endorsement deals to make up for lost earnings. And by the by, there is no I in team, but there is a meat. For all your fleshly needs, buy Meat Cute. Yeah, Meat Cute. You can't beat our meat. Anyway, what I'm saying is, when you got players who are underperforming this bad, you bench them. City Council will be riding the pine when I'm reelected.
Director Ditz.
Oh, when I was director at the #1 ranked tourist attraction in this city, as awarded by TripAdvisor.com, I collaborated with our board on all major decisions. Now, there may be a teensy tiny little issue here. As you may know, I was born tone deaf. I can only hear ideas from a certain tax bracket.
That must be so difficult for you. How brave of you to overcome such a debilitating condition.
Thank you. Yes. I don't like to use my different ability as an excuse or to garner pity, but I know many of these pleasant people in this city might vote with their hearts. And I just want our voters to know that Art Comp isn't the only DEI deaf hire on the ballot.
I'm not deaf. You're confusing me with my girlfriend, Em.
Oh, you underlings all look the same to me. It's face blindness, the doctors say. I simply can't distinguish between anyone who makes less than a 6-figure salary.
So you're allegedly deaf and blind?
She sure as hell ain't mute.
What can I say? Money talks.
Thank you all for that informative back and forth. Now, As a supposedly neutral moderator who is neither bought nor paid for by the American oligarchy, I have to maintain the illusion of impartiality and ensure all candidates are heard this evening. So, Art Kopp, same question. How would you work with City Council?
Yoo-hoo, Ms. Moderator. Aren't you going to ask our rapacious mayor here how a carpetbagger from Corpus Christi conquered our city and cleaned out the coffers?
Penalty against Director Ditz, abuse of an official. That's grounds for an ejection.
The only one getting ejected is you, dear mayor, from City Hall. As I was saying, won't someone think of the children? How can I afford to buy more Chanel, children, when 60% of my paycheck is being siphoned off, ostensibly for quote-unquote taxes? Where is that money going? Not to fix our roads, I'll tell you that. Potholes, so passé. Here I am, trying to drive to my mani-pedi at the Ritz-Carlton, and I have to swerve to avoid a pothole. My psyche was damaged. When I'm mayor, I will declare a citywide mental health crisis. Just yesterday, I watched a poor deer fall into a deep depression. We're talking full-on breakdown, like her car would not start. They had to call a tow truck to winch her out of that ditch.
I've had a few winches pull me out of depression myself. Winches for all.
Oh, look, another man who wants us to do all the emotional labor. Mayor Katzenbucket outsourcing more jobs.
Oh, hogwash. I'm a job creator. You want to know why there's so many potholes? We give disaffected youths pickaxe and turn them loose on the roads. Good practice for the coal mines. Yes, sirree, this city will be fully coal dependent by year's end. Another Katzenbucket campaign promise fulfilled, and thanks to my youth diversion program, Juvie is empty and our hearts are full. We'll have plenty of miners to do our dirty work.
Just to clarify, is that M-I-N-E-R-S or M-I-N-O-R-S?
Oh, what's a vowel among the rich, Director? As the saying goes, I before you.
Parents, is this the man you want leading your city? Mr. Me? Think of your children. As a mother myself, the thought of this bloviating buffoon shaping the future for my girls, I weep. I said, I weep. Why am I not weeping? Yoo-hoo, tear ducts. As usual, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Now, where did I put my...
What is that smell?
It's an onion, of course. See? Now I'm weeping. I weep for you peasants.
No, horse feathers.
Mr. Mayor, a rebuttal?
Well, she ain't exactly a man of the people, is she? Going home to a fancy pants McMansion with its movie theater and tennis courts and pool. I hear she's got a multi-million-dollar renovation in the works. Zoning department says she's adding 13 bedrooms.
Naturally. After all, I need one room for each of my 13 Gucci handbags. Girls. Unfortunately, they're all in the closet.
13 girls, and they're all in the closet?
Well, for now, yes. I want to give them space, but it takes time to tear down walls.
So brave. So brave. Folks, we have a real American hero with us here tonight, an adoptive mother of 13 little lesbians. I'm sure in time, with love and care, these girls will learn to accept themselves for who they are. What's supporting you and your beautiful family through the difficult times?
Therapy. Lots and lots of retail therapy.
How amazing to have such an advocate for mental health here in this community, working to destigmatize therapy. Art Kopp, how are you helping the disadvantaged youth of this city?
I can tell you this. She stands around all day and makes little kids cry.
That's quite a serious accusation you're leveling against your opponent, Director Ditz. Does she also kick puppies and run over little old ladies in the crosswalk?
I cannot speak to the depths of her depravity.
Let her answer to the people. Art cop?
Well, it is true I've made a child cry before. Maybe multiple children. Actually, many, many children over the years. It's kind of an occupational hazard. Just the other day, there was a little girl, all sugared up, pushing a stroller through our Islamic textiles gallery. I politely asked her parents to intervene, because the kiddo was about to careen right into a display of hand-woven prayer rugs. So the father took the wheel, so to speak, and the kiddo immediately burst into tears.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Look, I think we can all agree. None of this would have happened had Art Cobb been at home in the kitchen where she belongs, allowing women into the workforce with their hormones and tears and fragile bodies and minds. Huge mistake. As mayor, I have unilaterally amended the zoning laws here in this great city. Any house, apartment, condo, mobile home, bungalow, or cottage must have a minimum of 3 kitchens laid out in the blueprints before any permits are approved. All women must register with Selective Service and pass a mandatory sandwich making class.
Hey, don't clap for that. Don't.
So shrill. Ladies and gents, I ask you, is this screeching banshee voice what you want to listen to every day for the next 4 years of your life? Based on those podcast download numbers, the answer is a resounding no.
What? That wasn't me. That was feedback.
Ah, feedback. The heart of the Mayor Katzenbucket for Mayor campaign. We're run on that very platform, in fact. When I mayor this city, we'll have our women feed us delicious sandwiches and get back in the kitchen.
You can't.
Excuse me, little lady, but the men are talking and...
Yoo-hoo, penalty!
And penalty? Penalty for what?
Let me consult the rule book. Surely there must be something applicable here. Ah, yes. God bless the sport of hockey for this one. Too many men.
What? That ain't real.
Oh, I assure you it is. Sadly, approximately 4.05 billion people are flouting this rule every day.
Oh, piffle. Coach's challenge. I demand an official review.
Actually, we're with her on this one.
Bipartisan support. As mayor, I vow to always reach across the aisle. Or hire an underling to reach out for me, because that sounds like a shoulder dislocation just waiting to happen. Anyway, Mayor, aren't you banished for some predetermined length of time? Shoo, shoo.
Oh, hell.
This 2 minutes of bliss is brought to you by the Director Ditz campaign. Should we run one of my campaign ads?
In 1992, the worst thing that has ever happened to this city happened. Art Cop was born. Over the past 30 years, businesses have shuttered, jobs have moved overseas, crime is up, and the polar bears are dying out, thanks to the global climate change crisis. Is it mere coincidence that Art Cop was alive during all these catastrophes? Maybe. When strong leadership was needed, where was Art Cop? Probably having a snack and napping. When we needed someone to stand up for us, where was Art Cop? Probably throwing a tantrum. Is that the emotionally stable leadership this city needs? Here's the truth Art Cop doesn't want you to know. Art Cop refuses to put a new toilet paper roll on the holder. She'll just use fewer and fewer squares until someone does it for her. Talk about entitlement. Art Cop stands in the middle of the aisle at the grocery store while debating between crunchy and smooth peanut butter. Talk about unaware. Does Art Cop fold her laundry? No. She leaves it in the dryer all week or it gets all wrinkly and rumpled. To clarify, your hopes and dreams are the laundry in this metaphor. Art Cop. Selfish, entitled, indecisive, lazy. Not a smart cop, no heart cop. Not the leader this city needs.
Why is this blatant anti-Art Cop propaganda airing on my podcast?
Hell yeah, back in the game. Now I'd like to tackle Art Cop here.
Just a reminder, Mr. Mayor, debate is a non-contact sport, and unfortunately, we're almost at time this evening. I'd like to invite all our candidates to address the voters directly with a closing statement. Make your pitch, Mr. Mayor.
My go-to pitch is the high heat, four-seam fastball up and in. Unhittable. Let me address my core voting bloc. White men, approximately 21, 37 years old, despite what the media may say, you ain't responsible for all the problems in the world. Men are lonely, they say. Angry, they say. Can't get laid. Well, Uncle Katzenbucket is here to help. Son, you got one of them online dating profiles. That's where all the ladies are. You think they're in this hellhole of a city? Not a chance. They're flitting around in them fiber optic cables, flirting and batting with them long eyelashes. Now, all you need is a proper lure so you can reel them in. Here's what you gotta do. Go out fishing and catch yourself a largemouth bass. That's your profile pic right there. You pose, holding that dead, stanky fish. Mouth should be wide open and gaping. Both of y'all. Those dead, fishy eyes ought to be staring right into the depths of your potential mate's soul. Females eat that shit up. Cradle that bad boy like a baby. That's communicating directly with the female ovaries. Ladies, am I right?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Director?
Isn't the burden of proof on you to make my case? Why am I doing your job? I was told all I had to do was show up, and you'd make me look electable.
Let's cut to commercial, please. Now.
Fine, I'll grovel. As I survey the unwashed masses, do you know what I see? Potential. Potential vectors, that is, for an incurable disease, poverty. Sadly, like polio and smallpox, poverty will never be eradicated. All we can do as concerned, affluent aristocrats is quarantine and protect ourselves.
Just read straight from the cue card, Director.
As mayor, I vow to work tirelessly for your well-being. That's obviously a lie. I will now speak directly to these penurious people, though I expect to be thoroughly checked for any symptoms of poverty afterwards, though, like budgeting or frugality or...
Please, just stick to the cue cards, Director.
To the proletariat. As your mayor, I vow to take you from crusty to upper crusty, from... well off to well off, from filthy to filthy rich. Together we will embark on the most ambitious makeover ever attempted in the history of humanity. We can all agree there's absolutely nothing we can do about this city's crumbling infrastructure or the alarming population decline or the crime rate. But we can add a glossy, superficial sheen. So let's go for the glow-up. Director Ditz for mayor. Woo!
Art Cop.
Well,
And we're out of time this evening. This is Gabby Schill, thanking you for tuning in to hear your candidates for mayor. Make sure your voice is heard on Election Day. And don't forget, vote Ditz. Thank you, and good night.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, I'm Art Cop, and I'm running for mayor.
Why are you carrying an 8x10 blank canvas?
Oh, I'm hand-delivering these to every eligible voter in the city. I'm canvassing the neighborhood.
Director Ditz herself wrote me a check for $1,000. So unless you're whipping out your checkbook too, my vote's been bought and paid for.
When one door closes, another opens.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Art Cop, and...
Cops? Do you have a warrant?
No,
I know my rights. You can't come in without a warrant.
Legally, you don't have to let me into your house, it's true. But I hope you will consider letting me into your heart. Would you mind wearing this oximeter?
What? Why?
I'd like to think I have my pulse on this city.
Please leave. You're upsetting the delicate balance of my gut microbiome.
I'm no stranger to rejection. After all, I'm a failed writer, a failed comic, and a failed podcaster. Still, I've never been rejected by trillions of living organisms all at once before. New personal best. Woohoo!
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I've been waiting all morning for you. Come in, come in. I'm so relieved you're here.
No one's ever this excited to see me. Not even my girlfriend. Maybe Stan when I shake the bag of cat treats.
I've been beside myself with worry.
Well, these are uncertain times.
But I was assured you have impeccable credentials and years of experience.
I guess you've seen my ads on TV.
Yes, that's how I heard about you. I need your help. My peace of mind has been stolen.
I can assure you, ma'am, nothing has ever been stolen on my watch.
They come in the middle of the night, you know. They wait for cover of dark and just sneak in while we're all sleeping. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, well...
And once they're in, they never leave. They're just freeloading, okay? Bunch of moochers. They come over here and just start breeding.
Whoa, let's take the inflammatory rhetoric down a few notches, maybe.
What I want to know is, what are you going to do about it?
I can tell you feel strongly about this issue, ma'am. I've spoken to folks who feel the same way you do. They're costing us money, these folks say to me.
Exactly.
They're taking our jobs, they say.
Every field is overrun.
I believe in common sense reform, ma'am.
So would you recommend extermination?
Good golly, that escalated quickly. Geez, lady, what is wrong with you?
Well, what's your brilliant plan? Asking them politely to leave?
They have as much right to be here as you do.
So I should just let my house be overrun by mice?
Mice? Oh.
Are you not the exterminator?
No, I'm Art Cop. I'm running for mayor.
Look, I have enough vermin in my house as it is. I don't need a politician in here chewing through the drywall. Please leave.
Hello?
Yoo-hoo, underling.
Director Ditz?
Obviously. What's this I hear about you transmogrifying your political enemies into dogs?
What? That's not true.
It's all over the news, underling. Footage of you threatening prospective voters.
Slander. Lies. Threats are your modus operandi.
No doubt this is all a simple misunderstanding. Clearing your name should be simple enough. Just reach out to citizen number 1 and have her refute these regrettable accusations.
Well, I can't.
Why not?
Well, it's possible she might be missing.
Missing? Like kid on the milk carton missing?
What? No. Ha ha. Missing, like missing out on the fun.
Why don't you call her up? Invite her over. We can have a girls' night.
Oh, I mean, do we really want to dedicate more time to such a minor character?
Ooh, underling, are you sure you want to belittle the people of this city? I don't see the constituency taking too kindly to your pejorative labels. I would hate for another devastating audio leak to tank your campaign hours before the polls open.
You leaked the focus group audio? How did you get your hands on that?
Perhaps a concerned minor character passed along said audio. Your sound guy, Larry? Or was it Terry?
Jerry? Jerry betrayed me?
Here I was, hooked up to an IV, receiving a transfusion of white phosphorus. It's how I maintain my youthful glow. When all of a sudden I heard it. Destiny calling my name.
And what exactly did Destiny sound like?
Kind of like that.
Ask not what your
Director Ditz
can do for you. Ask what you can do for your
Director Ditz.
And like that.
Yes, well, Jerry can be a little overdramatic at times.
Anyway, the real reason I called, apart from the gloating, was to offer a little friendly advice. Be careful how many citizens you transmogrify into chihuahuas, underling. After all, you couldn't get elected dog catcher. Thanks, Jerry. You're a doll.
Jerry! Or maybe Judas is more fitting. Can you fast forward us to Election Day, please? Happy Election Day! The polls have closed, the votes are cast, and all I can do now is wait to hear my fate. I'm here at campaign headquarters with all my supporters, watching the early returns. It seems all my supporters stepped out simultaneously for a gallon of milk and cigarettes, but they'll be back any second, I'm sure. Maybe they just got lost. After all, any less than 5-star reviews we receive on TripAdvisor.com frequently describe the parking garage as, quote, confusing, which is confusing to me since it's basically a spiral. You're just going in circles, people. But I guess spiraling and going in circles are two things I'm gifted at. Hear that? The cheers of the people.
Breaking news out of this moderately populous Midwestern metropolis tonight. The people have chosen a new mayor to lead this city. We can officially call this race for Director Ditz. Congratulations to Mayor-elect Director Ditz. Coming up, we'll take you live to the Ritz-Carlton to hear the mayor-elect's victory speech in full.
I lost? With 0.00001% of the votes? That's like 3 total votes. Stan the cat got more votes than me. How did you get 9 votes? You wrote your name in 9 times? You do not get a vote for each of your lives. That's voter fraud, Stan. How could this happen? I ran an absolute train wreck of a campaign? People don't like being shamed? And I threatened to turn voters into chihuahuas? Okay, well, that was taken wildly out of context. Remember that sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck? Did you just quote the Dalai Lama at me? Fuck you, cat. Remember yesterday when I told you no, you can't eat 3 cans of tuna fish, and you hacked up a hairball into my cereal bowl out of spite? I didn't hear any Dalai Lama then.
We're live at the Ritz-Carlton where Mayor-elect Ditz is about to take the stage to address her supporters and the city at large.
Thank you, my fellow Americans. Congratulations on selecting me to be your mayor. Maybe I was too harsh. Maybe you do have good taste after all. There's a long list of people I am deeply indebted to. My hairstylist, Fifi, my girls, Chanel and Prada, Big Beulah at Brambleside's Women's Correctional Institute, yes, I will be commuting your sentence, Louis Vuitton, and God. As my first official act as mayor of this city, I pledge to sign an executive order authorizing the creation of this city's inaugural Fashion Police Unit. Being tacky will now carry a minimum fine of $50,000 and mandatory remedial fashion classes. My fellow Americans, know this. You finally have a leader who can relate to your sad little struggles. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I was born poor. Yes, my parents had a mere net worth of $5 million when I blessed this earthly plane with my radiance and beauty. Did I let that obstacle stop me from achieving my dreams? No, I persevered. By the sweat of my underlings' brows, I built up my net worth. As mayor, I vow to help you reach for the financial stars. My financial wisdom can be yours through the official Director Ditz Financial Literacy course. $999 per session, limited time only. Some exclusions apply. I want to enrich your lives. Thank you. God bless me, and God bless my bank account.
And now we're taking you live to the Art Cop campaign headquarters, where we will hear from the loser herself.
You wrote me a concession speech? That's suspiciously thoughtful of you. Let's see. Attention denizens, tremble in fear and trepidation, for I am a goddess spurned by a city of ignoramuses. My retribution will be terrible. Hairballs and shriek meowing at 4 a.m. while you're all trying to sleep. While I appreciate the thought, that isn't quite the message of unity I was hoping to convey. Guess I'll just have to fall back on the old standby, fake my death, and flee to Tahiti. The press is already assembled and waiting for me in the war room? Fine, but you're a terrible watchdog. Good evening. I'm afraid I don't really have any prepared remarks. How could anyone be prepared for a result like this? To the people of this city, your mayor-elect showed you exactly who she is, and you voted for her anyway. Tonight, I'm wrestling with the existential questions. How can I be an art cop in a city that celebrates graft and corruption, that idolizes selfishness and a fuck you, I got mine mentality? I can't. I can't be a part of this. I, art cop, being of sound mind and body, do hereby tender my resignation as art cop, effective immediately. I have here my last will and testament. To Stan the cat, I leave Heist Podcast. What's that, Stan? Effective immediately, Heist will play exclusively B-sides from your honky-tonk and death metal fusion band, Dead Cat Bounce? I didn't know you were in a band. I mean, I always knew you were talented. I'd tell people, my son inherited my creative talents. He's just a late bloomer. And look at you now, lead singer in a band. I'm so proud of you. I always knew you were... Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this latest episode. Special thanks to my sister Rachel for reprising her role as Director Ditz. I just spent the last 45 minutes yapping your ears off, so please vote, and more Heist coming soon.